Prepare yourself for a competition. You've been selected to represent your country in the most prestigious athletic event the world has ever known, the Olympic Summer Games. Compete in 10 track, field, and shooting events, including the 110-meter hurdles, javelin throw, and archery competition. Experience 10 challenging Olympic events like the 100-meter sprint, the 110-meter hurdles, the pole vault, triple jump, long jump, high jump, javelin, discus, skeet shooting, and archery competition. Choose from 2 different play modes, practice and competition. Represent one of 32 nations in the games. Challenge actual Olympic records in all events. And this is the Olympic Summer Games, Atlanta, 1996, from Tiertex Design Studios, published by Black Pearl, released in 1996. Quick mention on Tiertex. Do you know anything about Tiertex? Tiertex made the game Human Killing Machine, which, oh boy. Do yourself a favor, go look up Human Killing Machine for the Amiga after this. It's a thing. Yes, indeed. It's really weird. They were very, pardon me, very prolific. They did some versions of some games that we've talked about in this list already, like NBA Live 96 and Shaq Fu. So they've been around for quite a while. Thankfully, they stopped making games in 2003 because they just aren't very good at it. And this game is no exception. It's the official video game. It is the successor to Olympic Gold and Winter Olympics, and it was the last Olympic video game released for the 4th generation of consoles as well as the Game Boy. It follows the already common button mashing techniques of previous and future games with the usual exceptions. The game comes with 8 preset athletes to choose from, but you can customize their names and nationalities before entering events, like Colin from Japan. That's the thing. We've seen games like this before, so we're not even going to get into the gameplay. I will tell you that it's really wonky and doesn't play very well. GamePro's Bruised Lee and Johnny Ballgame gave negative reviews to, respectively, the Genesis and Super NES version. They criticized the bland, simplistic graphics, shortage of sound effects, repetitive music, and the lack of variety in the gameplay of the different events. Bruised Lee remarked that the Genesis version was even worse. A reviewer for Next Generation contended that, although buried behind substandard graphics, even for 16-bit standards, Olympic Summer Games features the multiple-player gameplay that made track and field so popular. He described the gameplay's demand for a combination of intense button-pounding and precise timing to be both an effective challenge and a traditionally fun experience, and scored the Super NES version 3 out of 5. What? Get out of here. There's a 3DO version that got 3 out of 5? The Game Boy version, had good graphics and animation, says Coach Kyle, but sound effects and gameplay were uninvolving. 2 sports reviewers of EGM scored the PlayStation version 6 and 6.5 out of 10, complaining of low frame rate and lack of lasting appeal. Johnny Ballgame said that some of the events require little skill, run too long, or suffer from poor graphics. He concluded, individually, some events have their moments. Overall, though, this game needs more training before competing against world-class competition like international track and field. And I have no use for games like this. I think they're dumb. I don't think they're fun. I mean, they're probably funny to watch. I mean, I'm failing pretty hard, but man, skip it. Just skip it. You know what? Get a Skip It and play Skip It, and you'll have more fun than you will with the Olympic Summer Games. Because the Olympics, they're a movement, and we all need one. Every day. Please don't sue me, Harry Shearer.